Hey guys, welcome to our channel. This is Married with Stitches. I'm Christian. This is my husband over here, by the way. So I've been stitching for like 2 years now. I just got into it. I love watching Flosstube and like everybody on here, like kind of binge watch it while I'm stitching. But I was formerly a knitter, still kind of am a knitter. I just do more stitching right now. I've been knitting for like 16 years, so that's a little about myself.
You were supposed to keep going because I have food in my mouth.
Oh, are they these wonderful Brock's Mellow Pumpkins?
Those aren't Brock's.
Are they not? Are these the knockoffs?
No.
Oh my god.
My name is Derek. D-E-R-E-K, not Darren or
Garrett
or anything else because I can't say my own name and nobody ever understands. I've had a Flosstube channel before. It was Bearded Stitcher. I quit Flosstube. And then he started cross-stitching and coerced me into doing this video with him because he didn't want to do it alone.
It was
so here I am again on a
suggesting.
Can I speak? A second Flosstube channel called Married with Stitches. He came up with that name. This is all him, but
it's all me.
I'm back with him.
Well, thank you for joining me on my quest. So, I guess we'll just jump into stitching, eh? So what have you been up to lately?
We're jumping into stitching, but then you're going to ask me what I've been up to? Oh,
Well,
you mean like stitching-wise? You skipped life update.
Oh, yeah. We should go back
We
to
moved to
that.
North Carolina just a little while ago for career purposes. We've just been up here for a little while, and from Florida. We were in Southwest Florida. Now we are in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Shout out.
We are currently sitting in our sitting room. We've never had a second sitting room. And our couch in our living room is under renovations, getting reupholstered. So we don't have furniture for a second sitting area, but it was like seemed appropriate to sit in here and stitch. So we're in like foldy chairs because we have no furniture in here yet.
Facts.
That's our like only life update that we moved.
That's it.
Now we can do stitching.
All right. What do you got?
Where are we starting? We're starting with FFOs. Now, I'm gonna forewarn you that I am sticking because I have not done Flosstube for like 1.5 years, 2 years. So I have condensed this down to what I've done in roughly about the last month. So we can shorten this video a little bit. Month to 2 weeks.
All year long.
I don't know what he had. I know some of his stuff is longer than a month. One thing in particular. Because he wants to show it. So you want to start with FFOs?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
All
You
right.
go first.
So let's see. I'll go in order then. So this one I finished like a year ago about. I just FFO'd it. It's been sitting in a box, you know, with the move and everything, trying to find stuff. But it is Tribal Cat #1 from White Willow Stitching. Kind of see it in
You
there.
can see us in the reflection.
Ooh, hello, there I am.
It's like one of those things where you look at each other and it just keeps
Bring
going
it back here.
forever.
Ah, there you are.
I can still see it.
Much better. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I just used DMC variegated floss for this, which it was kind of hard trying to line up the flosses and everything, especially on something like this, but I think I mastered it.
There's some cat here and there actually, so it's like authentic cat.
It's actually a cat. So that's one. This one I did for my sister. She likes to write a lot of poetry. It is in the CrossStitch magazine from August.
CrossStitcher magazine.
CrossStitcher, right there. So it's my Angelou. I'd show you the picture of the pattern, but you can just see her. Isn't she so cute? So I didn't know what these little things up here were, like in the corners. They're actually little books. So they're like backstitch.
He
for her
thought
poems.
he thought they were butterflies, and he was like, "Shouldn't they be birds?" Because that's what she wrote about.
I was gonna actually make little birds instead of like a little
They're
cage
definitely
with the doors
books, and it
open.
actually fits. The designer was smart.
Yeah.
He thought
I
she
just-
failed, but
I
she
did.
didn't. It was the designer for it. You can look at that.
Oh,
He
let's
can't
see.
show it in the magazine because there's no picture. It's just the pattern. But you can tell who the designer was.
Let's see. What is your name? Jessica Savage. So that's her inside the magazine. Very cool. So she does a whole series of stories with Stitch People, I guess. So it's stitchpeople.com. You can go on there and find, I guess, more patterns like that one. My last FFO I made for my mom's birthday present. So she's turning 50 next week, like 3 days after my birthday. And
he's turning 30 on Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the party.
Oh my god. So this is from CloudsFactory.
I've been waiting 2 years for this.
He has. I've been dreading it for 2 years, so there's that. So this is Egyptian gods and goddesses. You can kind of see it there. Yeah, it is.
You're showing off our lighting situation when you do that.
Well, you know, it's hard to film two people with different skin colors on the same camera. So, there's that. It's got all the gods and goddesses from Egypt. Kemet, as she would say. She actually just got back from over there, but it's pretty cool. I stitched it.
She has sand waiting for you. She took sand from Egypt.
Is that legal? I don't know. We'll find
I imagine it is.
So, yeah, she's turned 50, so I'm going to give her this. And I'm hoping she'll like it. It's pretty nice. I stitched in exactly 2 weeks to the day, which is kind of fast, I guess, for all that. But that's it.
Cocky. He wanted to add he did that all in 2 weeks.
I did. I was pretty focused on finishing. What do you have?
They look so pitiful in comparison. Look here. Look here. Okay. Last night, I did a. It fits in the palm of my hand. They all fit in the palm of my hand. Look, I have bigger ideas about these. Anyways, last night I stitched a little Halloween cat and I framed it. It says Meow.
It's adorable. I love it.
It is cute as hell. It comes from. There's 3 of them that I want to do. But it comes from the 2018 Halloween Just CrossStitch magazine. And I bet I can find it. Yes. They look like this in here, but there's 3 of them. And the designer was, because they are cute, KST Designs. No idea who that is.
But we like them.
My other 3 FFOs, there's gonna be 15 of these in all, and I've gotten 3 done this month so far. They're from FuzzyFoxDesigns, and they're her little cactuses. So she did a cactus stitch along, but I'm doing them separate. She had them all. But we have Ruby, the cactus. We have, what is his name? He's the aloe. Arnold, Alfred, something. He's a little aloe.
A little bot.
And this was Astrid.
Aren't they all so adorable?
I'm doing them all. They're all on various pieces of linen, and I'm gonna frame most of them. I'm gonna turn some into pillows when I'm done with all 15, because I have this magical idea of setting up a cactus corner
nope.
room, half of a room.
The whole house.
I'm really into cacti.
Were you gonna say cactuses?
I was. I'm really into cacti currently, and I have a bunch of cacti projects that I want to do, as well as I keep buying cactus stuff. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be gorgeous though when it's done.
I can see like 3 things from here.
Those are my little FFOs this month.
We should have a little bell for you too. Ding.
We do have a bell, but I don't get
Not kidding that.
This is dirty.
So what do you have for finishes?
An FO. I only have 1 FO this month. It is. Ooh, I have the pattern. It was sitting on the floor. It's a Rovaris pattern. I got this. This is it. And we lived in Florida. Actually, I know some people watch. What are their names?
Sunshine Stitchers.
Sunshine Stitchers. They talk about the CrossStitch cupboard. I bought this at the CrossStitch cupboard when we lived in Florida. But that was the pattern, and this is mine, and it came with the little charms.
Adorable.
So I finished that this month. It's that color. It's not that color.
That
color. That color. There we go. So that was a finish, and it's cute. That was my only finish that wasn't. I've not fully finished it.
That's all I had is one finish, actually.
This finish was not this month. This is what he finished in February, but he wants to show everybody for reference, he said.
For reference.
In case anyone wants to know what it looks like finished, because there's not other pictures of it anywhere.
So this is another CloudsFactory pattern. I think I have a thing for CloudsFactory. I might. There's a thing. I did the Disney princesses too. But anywho, this is giant Harry Potter going up. Oh, that's showing pretty true.
It actually does.
The whole
Don't get it in the
thing.
teeth.
So I dyed this fabric like long time ago. And I was trying to make it like look like the sky. I kind of failed at that.
No, you didn't. It looks like the sky. Look at the picture.
It does. It's nice and blue, but that is the entire thing.
The white shows up better on the camera than it does in person.
It really does. It's
Actually,
nice.
no, it looks
It's
good
pretty
under
big.
the
It's like
lighting.
3 feet long, but I did it on 18 count Ada because I like Ada. I would do the Ada army thing, you know. But this is 18 count, so it looks pretty good on that, and it actually fits nicely on one that you can get from Joann or Michael's or whatever store that you have near you. But that's that. All right, whips.
Just moving right along, huh? You go ahead, do all your whips first, because I'm about to go get some more drink.
Oh yeah, we do need to get more tea. This tea's really good though.
This tea is like coconut tea. It's like black tea flavored with coconut, and it's delicious.
With hints of vanilla too.
And my cup has a little, well, it's a Dalmatian on both sides, but it's a little Dalmatian.
Yes.
Because we have a Dalmatian now. His name's
yes.
Hudson.
Hudson.
One day we'll show him off.
He'll bring down the whole recording studio. And more River. River's the Great Dane. She's a Harlequin.
We have a Great Dane too.
So they look just alike. Not really, but everyone thinks that they're like 2 Dalmatians and they're really not. Maybe we'll find a way to put a picture up there somehow.
No, we're definitely
we're
not going to edit this video and do that.
Let's go just straight up. All right.
Go on,
let's see,
man.
my
Do your
whips.
things.
Oh. All right. This is
There's something stuck on this.
a Firewing Designs. This is Speckles. So this is the pattern here. Well, what it'll look like anyways. It's a cute little rattlesnake on
Who
there.
bought you that?
You did, actually. Actually, I think you bought it for yourself, and then I ended up doing it.
No.
Oh, that was the other one. That was like
That's
my
tragic.
first
It's never been
CrossStitch
done.
piece. Garbage. UFO forever. So this is what I've gotten done so far. It is that color.
Yeah, it looks good when you hold it back. When you put it too close, the color changes.
It is so confettied. You can see all these little stitches.
It's confettied with 3 colors.
It's like 6 and a blend. My first time you doing blends on
What
this.
are you blending with it?
I think it's like 415 and
I
317.
didn't know there was a blend in there.
Yeah. So like this one, there's like one of each color.
Oh, one of the same 2 colors, black and white.
Black and white and gray. So that is Speckles. I had a new start this week. I got into the whole Halloween mood. So someone dyed me some fabric, which is really nice. But it is the white willow stitching tribal cauldron. So cool.
It's really pretty. I
Very
really
much
like
in.
this one. I can't wait to see it done.
So this is what I got started this week on this amazingly orange. Can you see the opalescence? Yes.
Can you
there
really
is.
see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So I've gotten the top. By the way, this is 55 stitches like across this little part here. Took so long. I was like, you know what? I got like halfway back across. I was like,
So
screw
you
it.
can really see the shine
We're
like
done.
that.
Oh yeah.
It changes the color though.
But this
Pretty.
is what it really looks like. So that's that.
It's gorgeous, darling. It's gorgeous.
Keeping up with Halloween, I'm doing a sugar skull from the, what year is this magazine?
Did you just show the pattern or the?
No, I showed this.
Oh,
I know better.
I guess I could
Watch
just see
Netflix.
behind the scenes.
Oh, this is the 2016 special collector's issue of Halloween CrossStitch. And there it is again, the pattern.
Who's it by?
This is by Breanne Jackson. Not sure where she hails from. However, this is where I've gotten so far. Ooh, that looks really good on there. This was just a little fun dye job. You can see the stitches up close. That is not what color it is. It is that color. Ooh, yeah.
That looks good.
Much better back here.
It looks so much better when you look on camera, like you see it coming together than in person.
And this is fabric dyed by Meow. This is 14 count Ada, I think. Yep, 14.
Can you really eyeball it, or were you just saying it because you remembered?
I rember.
Yeah,
I only buy the little ones.
He gave it the truth. He's looking at it. I know he couldn't eyeball that.
Next pattern is from Heaven and Earth Designs. I have 3 of them that I'm working on right now. A little ambitious, I think, but we'll make it work. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Can you see that on there? That's her, little girl. She's holding a dragon. I was kind of inspired by Game of Thrones, but like before.
Who made it?
It's by Stokes, is the artist.
The art, yeah.
And
Mini Dragonkin.
that's where I've gotten so far.
This is the no background version.
Yes, I did not do the full background because I already have one with a full background. So that's just like the top of her hair there. I get really confused because to me it looks pink and like brown and purple, but in the picture, I mean, I guess it shows up that way. Yeah, you can see it there a little better, maybe. So that's I've done like, I don't even know how many stitches on her. It's gonna be a long journey, I think.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
The other one I just picked back up last week, and it is the mini white dragon. So I don't think I'm gonna do any full size Heaven and Earth. I'm not that ambitious, I'm really not. But I've got the pattern here. I will never buy another one of these.
Yeah, they're pretty awful, just so you know. We both have the Amazon Kindle
Fire HD thing.
Fire.
So that's that pattern there.
They're good for reading a book, but trying to like open stuff and download stuff, they suck.
Yeah. Kayomi Harai.
They're pretty.
I think I'm pronouncing that right. But this is where I've gotten so far on it.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it looks really good on camera. So this is like the
Those
back
look,
of the dragon.
those look like the same color, but they're like, that's all stitches.
All stitches. You can zoom in there, maybe. Aww. So I'm almost done with a page finish. I have like one more row here. It's like not even a full row. It's like 8 stitches, I think, down. So once I get across there, I'll be done with the first page. And I guess there's like different ways of doing heids, but like I start in like I'm reading a book, like the top left corner, and I just stitch across and then back this way and back this way. And I don't see lines in it, but I guess some people say do it in diagonals or something like that, like between the pages. So maybe I'll try it, maybe I won't. We'll see. And then my last Heaven and Earth one, I started because I really like Absalom, and I could never find like a pattern like of him that I really wanted from Alice in Wonderland. He's like my favorite character. So let me see if I can find him.
I'm missing something.
Which one?
My Mirabilia one. Maybe I brought it over here. I don't know.
I think so. So that's, I'll zoom in, make it bigger. That's him on Little Mushroom with Alice. I think it's great.
Who was the artist?
The artist for this one is Scott Gustafson. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I'm really sorry. I tried. It is honestly the most confetti piece ever. I think in this one little block there were over like 13 or 14 colors at least. And there's my little needle minder that my husband made me. It says Wonderland on it. It's pretty neat. I like it. So I did 100 stitches and I was like, I'm gonna put this away. I'll come back to it next week at some point. Let's see, what else? So we do like a big rotation, like 7 days a week. So I have a lot of whips. This is Gypsy Mermaid from Mirabilia. I've gotten that far on her. So
you were so much further than me. God, look
she's
at on
got,
camera.
yeah, it's really actually showing up pretty nice. There she is.
Yeah.
So if there's holes, they're probably for beads. I have the beads. I'm gonna wait until the very end because I've never done beading before, so I'm just making sure like I'm gonna go one at a time, slowly but surely. And I think somewhere
What are you looking for?
I have the pattern. Don't know where it went. Oh, there she is.
I know, that's who I was looking for. I don't know where mine is. I took it out.
There it
I don't know.
is. So that's what she'll look like fully stitched. I did her on Ada as well that I dyed. I tried to match this color of this pattern here. It's kind of close. I don't think it's too bad.
It is actually.
Yeah, it's pretty close. So, I love Brit dye. We can dye anything.
You did such a good job. Oh, you're still going.
Oh, there's only one left, don't worry. So, I'm doing the Stitch Your Own Adventure. It's a style that starts in January, but I guess they released the pattern, like the outline of it, so you can like fill in the pages, your letters from Hogwarts. So you had to stitch your own design for your wand. It's kind of like everyone's gonna be different. So you like roll the die and like you figure out what kind of wood your wand is or what shape it'll take.
It's
so,
in Magical Stitches, right? Or is it separate?
It's separate, but I've been using it for Magical Stitches homework. Yeah, so let me see if I do.
So that's not a part of Magical Stitches. I always assumed it was.
So that's what the outline looks like. You can kind of, there it is. Now it's in focus. Woot. So I've gotten, your wand goes like in between here. I'll just show you, it'd be much easier. There we are. So you see the two owls and my wand there. I used the one I actually got from Pottermore doing the quiz, which is acacia wood, and there were no conversions in the group for that. So I ended up changing it to like a 3371 and I think an 834 or something like that with an actual highlight color in there. But I think it's coming along nicely.
Did you take the green out? Oh no, it's over there.
It's over there. There's a little,
You put a little stone on it.
So I put a little bitty emerald on the end there for Slytherin. You know, that's the cool way to go if you're in a real house. What have you done for whips, my dear?
I really wanted that pumpkin. You got to me too fast.
They're so good.
Well, I don't know where my Mirabilia piece is. That's what I went looking for. So, we're kind of matching. He's doing Gypsy Mermaid and I'm doing Gypsy Queen. He is much further along than me, but that is how much I have done. So she's kind of leaning on a pedestal, and that's what I'm pretty much working on is the pedestal, and I've got a little bit. Oh, where did you find that?
On the board.
Oh, so that's what she's gonna look like. I'm sure you've all seen her. So there's the pedestal. So I have gotten nowhere. I have done this little part of the pedestal. She's gonna be freaking massive. And that's my fabric for it. It's 32 count linen. It's beautiful. I think it's gonna be pretty.
I'm trying.
I should fold it up and be kind of neat about it. My second piece. So the other day, I was stitching along. I don't remember what I was stitching, but I was just going to town and I was watching Lollipop Stitches and my tablet died and like I don't remember what I was stitching on, but I had to go plug it in and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And she was talking about like she just got to a part, it's her birthday this month, I guess, and her and Rolodex Stitches were stitching Star Wars. They're the Millennium Falcon, and they're doing that, but then they're starting a sale where you could stitch on anything Star Wars related, and I was like, oh, well, I hadn't started anything from this. He got me this little, I don't know, book thing. Last Christmas. It's a kit, but not a kit. Last Christmas with like Star Wars themed cross-stitch patterns. And the little book inside, I was like, ooh, I'll start something. And so I decided to start R2-D2. So that's what it'll look like when it's finished. Cute. So I started that, and this is how far I got. So I just started this a couple days ago. This is the fabric that I have named Dagobah just because it looks swampy, the colors do, and Luke Skywalker goes with R2-D2 to find Yoda for the first time on Dagobah. So I've themed this whole project. But anyways, that's why I started doing it, and that's how far I've gotten. I'm not gonna like skip all this area, but I decided to do the white parts of like his whole body, I guess. I didn't want it just to be bland white, so I went and bought the DMC Etoile. And I really wanted to see.
Fancy.
I wanted to see what it was gonna look like stitched, so I skipped down to where the white started. Can you even see? Oh, I think for like a second you saw a sparkle.
Like a shimmer.
It's cute. I like it in person. That's actually a pretty cool little floss. So that's why there's a gap there, because I wanted to cheat and see what it looked like. I couldn't wait.
Better hope you counteract.
I did. I checked it like 5 times. Yeah. So that's R2D2. Next, I started the Pride and Prejudice sale on Etsy. Not on Etsy, my God.
Yeah.
It's not on Etsy. Well, I think I got the pattern from Etsy, but what the hell is it? Instagram. The gram. IG.
Big.
Pride and Prejudice. So by Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, Kristen Ashley. Anyways, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people, but part 1 was released, and I'm listening to the book, audiobook. I'm not reading it. And this is my piece. It looks different under every single lighting, but that's how far I have gotten so far. This is on a 28 count linen.
Very nice.
It looks really good, actually. I think it's going to be a pretty design. I've seen some people are really ambitious, and they have
the whole top.
They have the whole first part done already. Yeah, not a chance. I stitch on too many things, but I'm really excited to see what part 2 looks like. And I'll get to that some more. I really want to stay on top of it, so we have a month for each part. We're supposed to get through the first 26 chapters of the book in a month and get the first part done. So I really want to try and stay on top of it. My next whip, I only worked on it a little bit on Friday the 13th. I pulled it out. It's an older project of mine. Oh, I can't show you because the download doesn't have a cover photo.
It's just the pattern.
It is by Witchy Stitch, Witchy Stitcher, the Witchy Stitcher.
Witchy Stitcher. Yep.
The same person who's doing the
Universal
Monsters.
Witchy Stitcher.
Witchy Stitcher. I got this maybe 2 years ago. It's a Ouija board. And I pulled this out for Friday the 13th, and I just did the those bottom letters there. So we're working on the alphabet, and I had all of that done already, and I went across here on Friday the 13th. That was my, what did they call it?
Dark 13.
Dark 13 piece.
That was my tribal cauldron.
So that was it there. My next whip, 1, 2, 3. This is Mandala. Which way do you say it? You tell me.
I say mandala.
You make me. You tell me I'm incorrect every time.
Who cares?
So it is by Awesome Pattern Studio. This is kind of. It's just the cover. What it's going to look like. It's just a big elephant head, and this is what I got done sometime in the past month. Just up there. It's my little elephant needle minder. I think he got that from somebody on Etsy, but I thought it was fitting. So I'm doing mine on this yellow. It's 28 count even weave. It's really dirty on the back. I think that's from the iron.
Oh yeah, it'll come off.
It'll come off. Anyways, that's where I've gotten. I think it's gonna look beautiful because there's a lot of blues and purples on the bottom, and I thought that would look good on yellow. So that's it. Next.
Oh, what a lovely piece of fabric.
Yeah, I'm really feeling Halloween this year. And I have so much Halloween stuff started, but I didn't pull it because I've not actually stitched on it yet. But out of this 2018 CrossStitcher magazine. No. What is this in? Is this in here? No, it's not. This is in... No, it's in the... Is this year. Is the 2019 October Just CrossStitch magazine. I think I have the digital subscription, so I just go on there. But it's a frosted pumpkin, something about potions or something. But I started this because I saw it and it came out. So it's got a little green witch. So I've done her so far, her little leg. She's sitting on something. I was ready to get to the bulk of it, so I just did the border to be able to count over some. But it's a tiny one. But I started that on that magazine a few weeks ago, I guess. It's really cute though.
Is that even?
It is. It's 28 count even weave. It's lovely. I really wish I had something more to drink.
Ooh, make you some tea.
So he's forcing me to do a heaven and earth with him. Because I'm not really, I like tiny projects. I'm not really into bigger projects. But he said he's not going to stitch on any of his until I start one. So I picked the mini Give You My Heart artwork by Chris Ortega. It looks like that. I think I can blow that up some ish. So it's gonna look like that when it's finished in about 2100. So that's what it's gonna look like. I've done the first 5 boxes. So it's just on, I'm doing this on 28 count, 2/1 tent stitch. So I'm just doing half the stitch because I want to get this done. So it's a mini, but on 28 count over 1. So it's gonna look, I think it'll look pretty cool. We'll see. I've never done a heaven and earth before, and so I don't know. You can't see it all. Oh yeah, there is a little. There's already some little definition, even in just doing 5 boxes. You can't see it up close, but when you take a picture, it's like the little points. I don't know. Cute,
spiders.
cute, cute. My next one, I gotta keep. You left and you didn't bring anything back to drink.
It's heating.
Oh, you're making more tea, honey. There's a lot of other stuff to drink in this house. I am parched.
I'll find something.
Going on with my little cactus setup. I have had this pattern for a while, but I didn't start it until I got into cactuses, I guess. And it is Cactus Cat by Satsuma Street. And this is what I've gotten done. So I'm working on like the sun up there, I guess that's what it is. It's actually pretty fun. I like the big blocks of colors. It makes it go by super fast. And this lighting is doing great things for our fabrics. Like that's what it looks like. So pretty. I could just stand there and look at that all day. Sometimes I just want to frame the fabrics that I've dyed, because this was on a 28 count Jobelin, by the way. So I don't really buy hand-dyed fabrics. I just buy fabrics, all kinds of fabrics, and I dye them myself. What is this?
Spray.
Oh. Because I really enjoy it. And so it gets to be unique to me, and nobody else will ever have what I have. So all of the pieces minus one that I'm showing, I dyed myself. So it's really cool to see them on screen. Anyways, next, out of the 2019 Halloween edition is... Should have got little stickers and bookmark this. I am doing Boutique.
So cute.
Boutique by Pickle Barrel Designs. Did I show that? I hope I didn't. And I felt like the shit because, so I did just start an Instagram as well. Because he kept telling me take pictures of your stuff, so my whole 67 followers. However, I posted a picture of this on Instagram and Pickle Barrel Designs liked it, and it made me feel really good. Or commented. I keep wanting to eat these, they're so good.
Take them away.
Take them away. So this is what I've gotten done so far.
They're so good.
The bat, the witch's hat, the symbols, and then the first piece of the outfit, like It's like a little boutique, so they're like outfits on sticks. Like I guess they could go pick them up. It's like hanging on a rack. So that's what I've gotten done so far. I'm really excited about this. I want to make sure I finish this before October 1st because I want to finish it and have it out for Halloween. This next one I have been working on for 30 years. Oh my God. I don't even want to see it sometimes. I really like them. Frosted Pumpkin is one of my favorite designers, and I have so many of their patterns that just kind of sit there because I don't finish them. So I think this is from like 2017, but I pulled it out to work on it this year. And it's the Trick or Treat Club costume, Trick or Treat Costume Club.
Was that a stitch along?
And I did not, this is the one I did not dye. I bought the whole kit when it came out. And I did the whole center part. That's what I've done in about the past month. And I think I left off making the cat.
And the border.
No, I had done most of the border. I just had like this much left of the border to do when I picked it back up, and then I've done all that.
Colored.
It's cute. I want to finish it. I liked it when I got it. However, I started doing a whole other slew of things. I think that ended my whips.
I actually have this one.
That's a big one. Why didn't you show that?
It was attached to another piece of fabric over there.
That's really pretty. I'm so proud of him for doing that. You just left that because you wanted to end on your whip.
No, I
That's
didn't.
what it
I
was.
promise I really did. So
That's what I've worked on in the past month. I'm gonna have a seat. I'm gonna take a seat. Take many seats.
All right, Wendy. How you doing? So this is from Hello Hoop. I was gonna enter it into the state fair in North Carolina. However, you have to be a North Carolina resident. I just refuse to do these things.
We have not become residents of the state, so I hope no official watches it, because what I'm hoping for is that we don't have to stay in this state very long.
That would be ideal.
I'm finding out next week where my company is expanding, and I'm going to discuss some opportunities that I hope allows me to travel around.
Can you fly?
I will fly for this, honey, because I love this company so much. I'll do anything for them.
So, yeah, this was going to be entered in the state fair. So there are a series of butterflies that this person has. And I was like, oh, I can, like, you know, put them on parchment colored paper, oatmeal Ada, and, like, put their scientific name, and then put in, like, a museum box and kind of make it look like, you know, like those little drawers.
You can still do that just because you're not.
I'm going to do this. It's going to happen. It's going to look real cute.
Fancy ass.
So the first one, which I actually did finish, it's technically a finish, but, like, not. It's like a mini finish. It's this one here. It's a Madagascar swallowtail.
So it is a finish because there are three separate patterns, that he's putting together on one piece.
So nice. You can see like the veins and everything on the.
It is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It looks like a shadow when you see it, like
from afar.
From someone else looking at it, not you.
Like a shadow over there, some over.
Girlfriend, they can see that.
It looks so cool.
But in person, it. You know, you stare at it for so long, it doesn't look like a shadow, but you see the effect. Yeah.
The other one is the blue mountain butterfly. So this is what it'll look like when it's fully stitched. But I'm almost there. That's what I've got.
Just watch my color go back to normal.
Did you get flushed for a moment?
No, it turned like red.
Oh.
I guess that's flush.
You didn't go pale on me. That's, you know, like a scene of ghost.
Yeah, don't touch it because it happened before.
So there's that one. And then the last one I'm going to do is a monarch. And this, it's all from like the same person. And that is the monarch. Ooh.
Here we go again. Watch
going
it.
Out. Ooh. Got a nice little bronzer there. Oh, no. Undid.
I put on moisturizer for this video, honey. I got my little spots
Are we
going.
doing a Botox party for my birthday?
I asked for that for my 30th and you did not give it to me.
So
and as you can tell when I smile, we need some Botox.
Need some help. Come on,
bitch.
Collagen. No, I said we. I did say we. I have a little.
You may need help, honey. This is sexy as.
Children are watching.
And I didn't say it.
Didn't you have this?
But I've not worked on that. That's in my Halloween pile. I said I'm limiting it to the recent month. That was really aggressive. I apologize. Let me see how I am when the cameras are off. You need to see this. Go ahead.
whole soap opera.
Show what you're UFOing because you want it.
I have
He's
a UFO.
proud that he has a UFO.
This is actually my second, actually. This is the second. Trap was the first.
That's just because
That's
you
by
sucked
default.
because it was your first project. Everyone
I had no idea
UFOs
what
their
a
first
half stitch
project.
was, and I was just like drawing threads
Just
all
show
over
when
the
we were
place.
4 stitches and why you're UFOing it.
So this is another Etsy pattern. It was gonna be a jellyfish. It's a really nice jellyfish pattern.
And that's a part of
I
your plans
wish
coming up, right?
it is.
So don't talk about it too much so we have something to talk about then.
I was gonna try it on this black Ada.
He said,
That's a no. No. That's garbage. Anyways, so we're gonna dye some new fabric.
it's not garbage, that's the fucking floor. I had to
enough.
look because I thought the iron was still on and I was like, we're about to go up in flames.
We're about to, because I left the water boiling.
Oh my god. Is that what made you remember that? Is there any water left or did it all boil out? Just a little bit of water or just a little bit of we blew the house up? This is not good because we also have gas. I mean, not that gas and water is going to blow up, but like we shouldn't just be leaving the stove on and forgetting the oven. No, I want that coconut again. Because it's good. Hurry up. I feel awkward on camera. We've got to move to a next segment and I can't do it without you. Oh look, it looks like water now. It's not even like brewed.
Here we are.
Steeped.
Steeped. I got skimmed on the water. I have what was left of the water anyways. I saved it.
Okay, so now we're going to go into... Okay, so here's the thing. He wants to do stash, but we don't really have... I don't have stash because I do buy a lot of white fabric and I dye it for me. So I keep a little stash of fabric, but I'm usually making it with a project in mind. And girl, put that shit down. Sorry. Did you hear that sound that came out of me?
What was that?
No. What was I saying? So I don't keep a lot of stash. I have a lot of things started that become stash, but I buy and start. Like it never just sits here. For instance, I just got this in the mail from 123 Stitch, so we're just gonna move to plans-ish. I think this is probably the prettiest Joan Elliott that exists.
Agreed.
So I just got this in the mail on Friday. We got this on Friday and I haven't started it yet, but it's going to be started tomorrow, hopefully.
Big Bitch Mondays.
No, that's not probably. You're not supposed to tell people we call it that.
Mirabilia Monday?
Yes. It's Mirabilia Mondays, but we're also including other larger ladies.
Larger ladies.
Cannot say big bitch Mondays.
Oops.
Those are private conversations.
Oh.
Anyway, so this is what it's going to go on. Which doesn't look very, very big. Like, I thought this pattern was going to be massive. It's not. This is 18 count Ada, and I dyed it. It's kind of like, does that what it look like? Purple. It's like kind of aqua and purplish, whitish. It's pretty, and there is a called for fabric that's kind of a purple and like a lavender and a bluish kind of, because this is not full coverage. All of this, the fabric that it calls for, one, even if I could get it here, I wouldn't buy it, I would make it myself. But two, it's an overseas European fabric company and it would probably cost way too much for me to try and get it. But this is all the space like around each one of the zodiacs, that's empty. So you will see it. And in here, there's some stitching, and then it's empty. So there's a lot of empty space. The center part is full coverage. So you will see a lot of the fabric, and I think it's gonna be really pretty. So that's gonna be a new start for me. Another new start is going to go on this fabric that I made. Is that what it looks like? Does that look good? He's calling this one Dark Phoenix.
I like it.
Is that? It looks a little greenish.
Greener.
That's not. It's not green.
It's more yellow and red.
Yellow.
Orange.
Does that look right?
And blackish. Yeah,
Ish.
that's ish.
Closer.
Closer.
I'm going to do. Oh, I didn't get it. Wait, did I get it? Have I downloaded this yet?
I think so.
Hold on. I think I did. I just got this pattern. Yes. Here it is. Hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so slow. I prepped the other ones, but I forgot to pull this one up. There it goes. Halloween Calendar by Tiny Modernist. I know everyone has like seen this already and a lot of people are doing it, but I'm going to do that. And I think it'll show up and look good on this fabric. This is a 28 count. I think it will. And the little flowers that she saw, I was inspired because the flowers around her display are kind of, oh, you can't tell at all from this, but they're like yellow and pinkish and orangish, and I think those, like how she accented it around it, I made it those colors, and I think it'll be really pretty. I will not. I know who was talking about they're doing this as a stitch along in October.
Oh, was it Bendy Stitchy?
I don't know.
I think so.
So, I cannot do a whole block of that because that would pretty much, real life when you work, that would pretty much be my stitchy time 4 days a week because I work 4 days a week and that would be all my time, which means I couldn't stitch on anything else. So I'm going to start it this month and I'm just going to go along as I can when it comes up. But that's the piece that is going on. So besides working through some of my whips, I'm going to start The Astrologer by Joan Elliott, and I'm starting
the calendar.
The Halloween calendar. And if I find anything else...
Are you doing that Hocus Pocus one?
No, I just bought a Hocus Pocus pattern off of Etsy. But no, I don't plan on starting that. I don't have anywhere to put this.
Let's see, if I were going to do a start this week, which I'm going to. I just dyed this fabric today. I'm gonna do the Universal Monsters style, even though it's over and complete. I want to do it anyways because I like all the characters. I'm in the Halloween stitchy mood. So this is fabric. Ooh, it shows up pretty good on there. Looks dark and stormy.
This is 16 count?
So, yeah, well it was. Now it's probably like 17, but who's counting? So it'll fit on here really nicely. I just like the mansion look with like the open rooms and everything. I'm kind of getting into those.
Can I have a pumpkin? You took them away.
I did. Oh my god, we ate the whole thing.
We did. Wow, I thought that was gonna last a couple days. Continue.
Whoops. So anyways, I'm gonna do that, and then I have the seahorse and the jellyfish. This is from CrossStitch with Art Etsy. So this is the seahorse.
Are you starting those this week?
Yes, Wednesday. Well, I'm going to try to anyways. That's the seahorse. And then the jellyfish, which I tried to start on that black Ada, which I think would look gorgeous. I really did, but we can't do that. Oh, this takes forever, doesn't it? Here we go. It's like loading.
These tablets are awful. Don't buy one.
Never.
You can buy it to read a book on, but then I would just suggest getting a regular Kindle. Using it as a tablet for the internet and stuff, horrible.
There it is.
Love Amazon, don't get me wrong, but they could have done a little better.
Oh. Did you see? I didn't even touch anything, and it's over here switching pictures and things. I don't even know how that happened.
Go back. When did you take a picture of me?
That was a creature. That's old.
Where is that?
That's at the old apartment. That's the only picture I had on here that I took with this camera.
But where? Was that downtown?
No, that's at the top place with creature. The back door is right.
Oh, that's in the penthouse.
Yeah.
Sorry, we lived downtown for a little while in Florida, then we had the penthouse. I didn't know.
The penthouse. It was great. Anyway, so those are from CrossStitch Crazy Art or something like that on Etsy. They have a lot of patterns, and right now they're BOGO, or they were. So go check them out. I'll put the link in the description at some point when I get some time.
I need to find 3 new things to start. Because I'm going to show it. Because I dyed 3 new pieces of fabric. Ooh, gray and pink, but this is really tiny.
It's been surged.
It has.
Well, Stitch Witch to death.
Stitch Witchity.
Stitch Witch to death.
That's pretty. He likes this. This is really for him, but I was bored. So this was some Ada that came in a kit for a rooster that I was like, I'm never going to do a rooster, but I'm going to take this piece of Ada out and dye it. Mm-hmm. So that's for him. Put it in your pile.
Happy birthday.
And then I don't know when I'm going to get to start it, but Mirabilia, I have Archangel. And I really want to do this one. Like, I only like 2 Mirabilias for the most part. I like Gypsy Queen and I like Archangel. I like some of the like Nora Corbett's, but as far as Mirabilias, that's it. And I tried to dye this for it. This is a 28 count, which one, I think I really need a 32 count for Mirabilia. 2, I didn't think this looked right. Like, it is not what I had in my mind's eye when I was trying to do it. So I've got to find something to go on this. What do you think would look good on this Flosstube? I'm really open to ideas. It's a very large piece that a Mirabilia could fit on, but I don't want a Mirabilia. I will repeat, I only like Gypsy Queen and Archangel. But I don't know what to put on this now because I only have this because my idea was to do Archangel, but it doesn't look right. I don't know. Maybe. I'll come up with something, but I need to put something big on there.
I dyed this.
It's beautiful.
Something so small.
He wishes he had my skill.
I mean, it's not bad. It looks pretty decent.
No, your smoky one for that Universal Monsters is pretty. And did you tell everybody that you dyed your Harry Potter one?
I think so. Maybe not. But I did.
You did a good job.
Well, thanks. It's kind of supposed to look like parchment, but not. It's just tan and brown.
You shouldn't have said that because it does not look like parchment, but it's pretty.
I just like the color. That's what I was going for.
I need to smile more. I realize I look like an asshole sometimes. I'm just sitting here like...
Well, you have resting bitch face.
I do, but I'm really nice, I promise.
In your dreams. Just kidding.
So how are we ending this? Awkwardly? Like, are we just gonna be like, bye? Or
what else do I have here?
We had a plan for a goodbye. You said you wanted to ask everyone on Flosstube a question.
Oh yeah, so next month
They're never gonna answer it because no one's gonna watch this for 53 minutes.
Oh my god, is that how long it's been? That
Yeah.
flew. Anyways, if you get this far, hit the like button first of all. I give
zero.
Like they're not. But we're going
that.
on vacation for a month. Well, not a month, a week. Next month.
Shh. Let me start that over.
Actually, you get 11 days.
I will be off for 11 days. We've both taken off vacation.
It's like the 17th through the 23rd for me.
For about a week. It just happens to be that I work 4 days a week and I created my schedule so that taking those 4 days plus working the 4 days before ends up being 11 days for me. Love it.
Oh.
But go ahead, we have a week off, not a month. You tell people a month, they're going to tell us some crazy
We're
vacation.
retiring now. So we are trying to figure out, we don't have an actual good LNS near us, so we want to take a road trip somewhere. Don't say we do, because we don't.
No, we don't have an LNS at all.
Yes.
We've looked. We have Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Joanne. By the way, AC Moore. By the way, they are Munchkin stores compared to Florida.
Yeah, like
anybody in Florida watching, especially Southwest Florida, Hobby Lobby is like
half the size.
Joanne. We have a Joanne Etc. where we were.
Which is like 3 times
It's like
the size
huge.
of this.
These are Munchkin stores, Michaels. They're tiny.
They're
It's
tiny.
midget stores here. I hate it. Go ahead. He wants to know what are some vacation ideas for us.
Yes. Where should we go? Where are the good
But not
LNSs?
just for LNSs.
Yeah.
Because I want a
Other places
vacation.
too.
But it would be nice to go somewhere where it's a nice one, but reasonable road trip. We're in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you come at me with California,
That's automatically not
delete,
gonna happen.
block. Come on, listen.
Within like 12 hours, I think. 12 hours is a doable road trip in a week.
And I don't want to go to Atlanta. I don't want to go to DC. We just
went there in Philly.
we were
New
just
York,
in DC.
Baltimore.
We did Philly, Baltimore, and New York City this year
We sound like we
already.
go a lot of places.
We sound amazing. See, when you repeat it, I'm telling you all the time. Other people's lives seem amazing, but we have a good life. Too much information.
Just enough. We're taking the dogs.
We are.
Okay.
But
Yay.
he wants to know what we should do.
Yeah.
My vote is for New Orleans. That's where I want to go.
Somewhere around that area.
Because,
South.
and I just learned, I was fancy and I was like Metairie. Apparently it's just Metairie.
Metairie. Okay, cool.
Boring.
It's like
There's an
5 hours.
LNS there that we could visit right outside of New Orleans, but I think New Orleans would be fun. But any other ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments below. This is free of charge. You're not getting anything for it. We just want a
Just want some
response.
responses. See where you want me to go. I'm open with anything. Not Florida. I don't really go back to Florida right now.
If I go
Somewhere
back to
other
Florida,
than-
I'm not coming back.
You right down the CrossStitch cupboard. Hey.
We didn't even go there. We went to the Golden Needle mostly.
Well, we live on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So.
We only went to the CrossStitch cupboard once.
Who knew?
It was a beautiful store though.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Lots of models.
That's some free advertising to the 10 people that are going to watch us right now.
Right.
Golden Needle. Golden Needles matter.
There are more patterns for sure.
It's 2-story.
Aren't you supposed to be stitching this for her?
Yeah. I was supposed to already have finished this and given it to her for a store
Like in
model.
2016.
I don't even think this was out in 2016. The pattern's not even in here. It's right here.
When is that?
I don't know.
I like that store a lot.
I don't know. It probably just has copyright 2015 Mirabilia Designs, but I don't know if it came out. Did this come out in 2015? I got it as soon as it came out, so if it did, holy crap. Yeah, I was supposed to stitch that for a model, and you see how far I've gotten.
Well, we'll just fell asleep for a couple of years. Don't mind. We'll get
I
there.
hated it after I started it.
Well, you
Now
see
I
me,
love it
that's the
again.
beads it takes. I hate it too.
Can we end this now? I've never, ever talked on camera for 57 minutes.
I didn't even know this happened.
At this point, it's just like an awkward goodbye. Are we going to stop or are we going to keep talking?
Are we in love with them or are we not?
With what? In love with who?
Our viewers.
No, I'm not.
All right, well, we're gonna probably do a video in like 2 weeks or so, maybe a month, maybe never. Who knows? We'll see how we like it.
This is all on him. I quit Flosstube. I'm coerced. You don't know what he's gonna
It's not
deprive
coerced,
me
you
of
gave me.
if I don't do this video. And there is
Nobody deprived you,
no nastiness involved in that.
I wasn't even going there. Wow.
Well, just before people did in deprivation, I was not trying to.
I'm not that cool.
Now I'm the nasty one.
Yeah, you are the person. Gross.
Can we end it as
Yeah,
awkward
we gotta
now?
go take the dogs out anyway. Well, you guys have a great night. I don't even know if we said what it's Sunday, right? I have to work in the morning. So yeah, you do too. So we're gonna
Sunday the what?
Sunday the what?
It's the 15th.
15.
Because your birthday is in 2 days. He's basically 30.
I am not. Don't push that on me.
You're basically
I gotta go
30.
bury my youth somewhere. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you want to, you can subscribe, although there may not be another video. Who knows with this one over here? We'll try. I'm gonna try my best. I'll give you
Don't
that.
say that. They'll never subscribe to you if you're like, I promise you there's not going to be anything
I
else.
said that I will.
This is too long. It's counting down to an hour.
Oh my god, you don't watch it for 30 more seconds? Like,
No.
come on.
Can we please end it? It's been so awkward already.
Bye,
I'm about to walk
guys.
away.